Hello everybody, welcome back to EduTap. I hope you guys are doing absolutely good. In this particular video, we are going to solve the previous year questions of the year 2022, phase 1 paper 2, and this is your part 2 of the video because in part 1, we have already solved multiple previous year questions of the year 2022, phase 1 paper 2. So till now, if you see in part 1, Jaskaran sir has solved the questions related to finance. He has also solved the questions related to economics and your Companies Act. In this particular video, Jalas sir and Ashima ma'am will solve the questions related to management, accounts and your costing. Okay, so let's start this video, and this video is very important for you because we are going to solve previous year questions which will help you to understand what is the level of difficulty in the phase 1 of the SEBI Grade A exam. So if you are preparing for the 10th of January paper for this year's SEBI Grade A, then definitely this video is for all of you. Now before I start, if you want to get a comprehensive guide for SEBI Grade A, then definitely do download this particular ebook. It's absolutely free of cost. You can download this ebook from the link which is given in the description box below, and you will get a lot of value added material by downloading this particular ebook. So it's a no-brainer decision. Go in the description box, download this particular video, or download this particular ebook rather right now. Now allow me to switch my screen and I will take you towards the previous year questions of management and accounts. Then Ashima ma'am will continue and she will solve the questions of costing. So these are the questions. First question is what? A transactional leadership is a style of leadership. These are first I would say questions of management, by the way, right? So let's start solving. First of all, a transactional leadership is a style of a leadership in which a leader promotes compliance and followers through both reward and punishment. Transactional leadership is also known as what? You only tell me. Transactional leadership is also known as what? Transactional leadership is known as managerial leadership. Therefore, the correct answer will be option number A. Now, is this easy? The answer is yes. This is very easy. Transactional leader is that particular person who has the characteristics of theory X, and he will definitely use carrot and stick approach, which we have discussed a lot. So according to me, this question is easy. It should not take more than 10 seconds of your time to solve this question. Question number 2. Which of the following management theory, wherein a leader is seen as a genuine, open and transparent, and they really care about an employee for nurturing their relationships? Which of the following is a management theory wherein a leader is genuinely open, transparent, and they really care for an employee for nurturing their relationships? LMX theory? No, LMX is a transactional theory. If you know, in LMX you make multiple groups, in group and out groups. Transactional theory also don't make any sense because transactional will not make any kind of personal relationships with your employee. They will not care for employee because they are kind of theory X persons and they are using carrot and stick approach. Autocratic again they do not make any sense because see, they are genuine, the leaders are genuine, open and transparent. So autocratic also never makes any sense. Participative it can be, but for participative I think you have to look for decision making. In your participative decision making, which is like democratic in nature, you look for a keyword that yes, leader is inviting upward communication, leader is taking the people in confidence before making the final decision. Therefore, according to me, the correct answer of this will be option number E. You can get confused between D and E, but for D, that is participative decision making, or for participative theory of leadership, you need some more key terms. You need some more inputs. Therefore, I will go for option number E, and that is looking more correct, which is authentic theory of leadership. Under authentic leadership, you try to make your decision based on values. You try to really take care of your employee. So according to me, the answer will be option number E. Next question. Which of the following is an implication of high morale in the organization? High morale basically means that group is connected to your company. Group is connected to your company, right? The people in the group are connected to your company. Creates intergroup conflicts? No, because if the morale is high, then why the conflicts will happen? Reduces conflicts and promote orderly resolution? Yes, this looks correct, but I have to read C and D also. Not obeying the hierarchy of command? No, because if the morale is high, if the group is connected to the company, then they will definitely obey the hierarchy. Defy the order from senior team members? Again no. So my correct answer in third question will be option number V, which is again very easy. It should not take more than 20 seconds of your time to answer this. Yes, question number 2 is still debatable, I think, because many of you would be going with option number D, participative. But as I said to you, for participative you have to look for some more keywords. If you go for participative, then why not authentic? If you go for participative, then why not authentic? But in authentic leadership, I agree with you, the keyword should be what? that leader makes the decision based on the, I would say what, based on the values and the belief which he has. But clearly it is said that he is open, he is transparent. These are the keywords of authentic only. Right? So my answer will be E, and I will not budge. Question number 4. Identify the component of directing that involves manager meeting regularly, looking after employees, interacting with the workers to review their work. Which of the following component is being discussed? Now, directing has 4 components like motivating, leadership, communication, and supervision. These are the only 4 components of directing. Motivation is all about pushing towards the goal. Leadership is like taking the group towards the final goal of the company. Communication is exchange of your messages. Therefore, the correct answer will be option number I would say C, which is supervision. Why? Because supervision basically means what? That I am checking the performance of my employees, right? And it is clearly given that manager involves meeting regularly, looking after employees, interacting with the workers to review their work, and this will only happen under supervision. Sometimes you can also apply your elimination technique. Like in this question, controlling was not making any sense because controlling is not a component of directing also. Right? So again, this question I will say it is as easy only, and you should have solved it under less than 20 seconds. So in less than 1 minute, if you see, I could have solved question 3, question 4 and question 1 also of management. So this is the power of theory. If your concepts are clear, then you can mark the answers very quickly. A person connects with the employee inside and outside the organization to develop relations with the member in such a way that will help organization and its member as well in the same capacity. What role is being played by the person? Now, communicator is about communicating the information, but over here you can see a person connects. So he is making some links, and links you make under 2 type of role, licensor and your networker. Licensor is not given over here, so my answer will be option number B, which is networker. Networker basically means that leader in a company will try to make links with the outside people so that whenever the need is there, he can talk to them and get the work sorted. Very easy question. Role model, no. Strategic, no, because role model is like you are setting the examples in the society which you are not doing as per the question. Strategist, again, it's like a loose term and it will not make any sense. So this question is also easy. Not less than 30 seconds should be invested in this question. Next question. Creating a favorable cooperative environment for man, material and machine so that employees can contribute to their best of the growth of the organization is described as a dash role of a is described as a dash type of role. Enabling, synergizing, balancing, role or role model. See, role model again never makes any sense because in role model you have to set the examples. Balancing again, because balancing means you try to balance it out, like the goals of the company towards the objectives, goals of the company as per the profit and society. Profit as in like I want to achieve profit, or rather I want to do good for society. So you have to balance it out, because if you just go for profits, then it's also not good. If you just go for betterment of society, that is also kind of a philanthropist activities which is not good. So a balance is needed. So balance role is not justified as per the question language, so I will eliminate C and D straight away. Linkage building role is again related to networker kind of stuff, which is again eliminated. Now either it will be enabling or synergizing. Either it will be enabling or synergizing. The correct answer will be enabling, which is like enabling. Enabling means what? To let other people work. It's like creating a favorable cooperative environment for man, material and machine so that employees can contribute best towards the growth. Synergizing means to put synergy in a group so that they can, work as a team, not as an individual. So that is why I am going with option number A, which is enabling role, right? Which is enabling role. Next, question number 7. Identify the stage in communication model where the communicator uses less technical jargons so that there is smooth flow of communication. And by the way, before I go to next question, question number 6, I would say is moderate kind of question, because see, we discuss Henry Metzberg role of managers, which are like 10 roles of manager. But over here, they are asking questions from some other different roles. So you can think and answer, but I will not term it as tough. It is moderate scale. Question number 7. Identify the stage in communication model where the communicator uses very less technical jargons so that there is smooth flow of communication. So you are using very less technical jargons. So it basically means that you have started to communicate. Presenting the message, no, because in presenting the message you are just deciding that what your message will be. Identifying the target audience, yes, this looks correct to me, but I have to read further also. Setting communication goals, no, it never makes any sense, because goals are set before, then you are into the process of communication, right? In this particular question you have already started the communication. Why? Wherein the communicator uses very less technical jargons. It basically means that communicator has started the process and he is in between. Channel selection also no, so my answer will be option number B again. Now yes, this question is like not that much on the concepts, but this is like kind of practical and application based. Question number 8, my friends, come on, and I will write this question also as easy, right? So except for question number I would say 6, rest all are easy to me, at least till this particular point. Identify the function of HRD where the top executor of the organization defines the limit of authority, assignment of responsibility with the help of an employees to work effectively in order to achieve organization objectives. Potential maximization is pushing your employee towards his best. Principle of delegation makes sense because you are talking about authority and responsibility. Delegation has 3 components, right? Authority, responsibility, and accountability. So they have talked about authority and responsibility, but if you give some work to somebody, then accountability will obviously be imposed. So my answer will be option number B only. Annual evaluation, social comparison, not make any sensing. They are not even making some like I would say some sense around the question. So my answer in this will be also be B. So if you see, out of 8 questions which have appeared in the paper of 2022, phase 1 paper 2, all the 8 questions are doable. All the 8 questions are doable, but yes, somebody can leave question number 6 if they want to, but leaving all the other questions will not be good. Right, now let's start with commerce and accounts. Now in accounts, if I'm not wrong, there are 5 plus questions in your 2022 phase 1 paper 2. So let's start solving each one of them. Which of the following is not a qualitative characteristic of accounting information? Okay, qualitative characteristics are like your what? Relevancy, objectivity, verifiability, comparability. But is accountability one of the principle, or is accountability one of the characteristics? The answer is no. So straight away your answer will be A only. Consistency means to use the same principle over and over and again. Verifiability means that you have to verify each and every transaction through voucher. Relevance means that particular transaction should be time relevant. Comparability means that you have to use the same unit of measurement of your monetary values so that I can compare your statements to other. But accountability is not one of the qualitative character. So therefore my answer will be A. Now this question is easy, and if you get an easy question in accounts, is a good thing for you. Question number 2, my friends. Ind AS 18 is related to revenue recognition, is dealing with what? Now we all know that you have accounting standards in your syllabus, AS2, AS9, AS10, AS11, AS13 also. So this question is related to revenue recognition. Simply the answer will be option number D, which is revenue arising from interest, royalty and dividend. Now this is factual question. This is factual question, and if you are taking time to solve this question, then I don't know what you are doing in the exam. This is the ultra easy question which can come from the context of accounting standards, right? So I will mark definitely my answer is option number D only, which is revenue from arising interest, royalty and dividend. And yes, this is very, very factual. You should remember at least the basic accounting standards which are there in your course, which I again repeat is AS2, AS9, AS10, AS11, AS13, right? Which of the following is which of the following is a capital expenditure? By the way, this question is also very, very easy. This should not take more than 10 seconds of your time. Which of the following is a capital expenditure? Overhauling cost of a second-hand machine, inaugurating the cost of a new unit, repainting of a van, replacement cost of a spare part, revenue from insurance business. Now capital expenditure is that particular expenditure which will increase the life of your asset, or it is that particular expenditure which is also not regular. Now you can see overhauling cost of a second-hand machine, inauguration cost of a new unit, repainting of a van, replacement cost of a spare part, or revenue from insurance business. The answer will be option number A. Why? Because if you do overhauling will increase the life of an asset, right? And something which increases the life of an asset will be option number A only, which is overhauling. And overhauling is not done regularly. It is done just in a one particular like set of period. So my answer will be option number A. Inauguration cost of a new unit, it's a marketing kind of stuff which is not a capital expenditure obviously. Repainting of a van will not increase the life of a van. Replacement cost of a spare part, again it's a small expenditure which you have to do regularly. Revenue from insurance business is your revenue, it's not an expenditure, by the way, right? So my answer will be option number A. Quite logical, and you could have solved this question in 30 seconds if your concepts are clear. Question number 4 related to buyback. No need to which of the following is correct for buyback? Okay, no need to file declaration of insolvency. No, you have to file it under SH9, right? So A is incorrect. No board approval is required even if buyback is up to 10%. No, board approval is required, right? 10% tak board approval and 25% tak you need to have a special resolution. So answer will not be option number B. Can be done by issuing same kind of share? No, different kind of shares. Not same, different. No authorization. Obviously, D is also incorrect because authorization is needed. So you are anyway left with E. Right, you are anyway left with E, and after your buyback the debt to equity ratio should be what, 2:1, right? So that condition still follows, and even if you don't know that condition, still from A to D you can eliminate and mark your answer as E. So my answer will be option number E. And yes, this is also easy. I will not take this as moderate. Come on, this is very basic thing about buyback, right? This is very fundamental thing about buyback, right? So I will not take this as tough. So till now 4 questions which I am solved so far are easy only. They are not even moderate. Come on, you have to increase your level. Question number 5. If the due date of a bill is after the date of closing of the account, we will write the interest from the date of closing as what? In the relevant side of accounts current. Now see, this is kind of tough question because this is not known to many people. In fact, we do not teach bills of exchange in EduTap itself because the question weightage is very low. Hardly one question comes in last 2 to 3 years. The answer over here is red ink, and remember my friend, you do not have to cover everything. You just have to cover majority of the stuff. So even if you leave question number 5, it's completely okay. You see the level of 1 to 4. That is totally doable. And if you leave this question right now, that will help you to score good in the other questions because you will be saving your time. The correct answer will be red ink interest. Now to explain you red ink interest, you first have to understand the concepts of bill of exchange. Right now you can just remember that if something is due after the closing of account, if the due date of a bill is after the closing date of account, the interest will be shown under red ink interest. Okay, now do not try to go that much deep. This chapter is not that much important. So one question can be asked, like it's like a kind of a once in a blue moon kind of stuff. Question number 6. Which of the following is not a feature of debenture? Debenture is what? A kind of a bond. A kind of a bond only which is issued by private people or the private companies. Now, which of the following is not a feature of debenture? Can be issued at discount and redeem a premium? Yes, you can do it. It is a part of net owned capital? No. Debenture is a borrowed. It's a debt capital. And debt capital is never included into your net owned capital. Net owned capital is your shareholder fund, which includes equity capital, preference capital, your reserves and surplus and all that stuff. So answer will be B because you have to identify which of the following is not a feature. So B is definitely odd one out, so you can remove B and the question is solved for you. Interest on depreciation, interest on debenture is a charge to P&L. Obviously yes, because it will reduce your profits and you have to pay interest to the debt holders. Come on, question number 7. Rights sold to somebody else at a price by the shareholder is known as what? Come on, this is very easy, renunciation of rights. So my answer will be C. I can solve this question under less than 10 seconds. Which of the following is an intangible asset? Which of the following is an intangible asset? Intangible asset are those assets which you cannot see. You can only feel them. So for example, railway sidings, you can touch these sidings. So this is not intangible. Mining rights, yes, mining rights you cannot touch. You can only feel that yes, you have some rights. Land, cash, these are all tangible. Land ko you can touch, cash ko you can touch. So my answer will be B. Again, this is also not tough. This you can solve under less than 20 seconds. Question number, I would say 9th, which I think is the last question of commerce. So we have solved, I would say 9 questions till now of commerce and accounts, and only one question looks unsolvable, which is question number 5. But if you see question number 9, let's try to see what is question number 9. Which of the following is an example of commitment item in the balance sheet? Commitment means that yes, you have to do it, but it is not like due right now. Like you have to do it in future, right? Arrears of dividend share, no. Arrear is something which you have not received. Guarantee is something which will only invoke. Guarantee you will only pay once some activity happens. Undisclosed charge on the company, dividend declare after BHD and before AGM. Uncalled liability on shares and other investment partly paid. So answer will be option number E. Why? Because see, C and D are not even making some sense. Like how they can be commitment. Commitment means in future that is truly I have to do. In future I am committed to do it. Right now, but it has not become due. अभी वो बकाया नहीं हुआ है, but future में मुझे करना ही करना है. So uncalled liability on shares and other investment partly paid. This means that in future I have to make them fully paid, right? So answer will be option number E. Still, if you don't know option number 9, if you don't know about question number 9, you can leave it, right? But you can see out of 9 questions, 2 questions are, I would say, on a moderate to tougher side, but rest all are easy. So therefore, my friends, I always say that please try to have some common sense in the exam and try to play as per your strengths. So now Ashima ma'am will take it forward for the costing questions. So over to you, Ashima.
So thank you, Jalad sir, and hello everyone. Welcome to EduTab. So now we have to start with our next subject, that is costing. So without much wastage of time, let us start with the first question, that is imputed cost is also known as. So what do you understand by the word imputed? Imputed means जो अभी actually cost नहीं है आपकी. So basically imputed means either it can say implicit or notional, है ना? Implicit or notional, ये जो है ये extra वर्ड्स हैं जो हम इम्प्यूटेड कॉस्ट के लिए यूज कर सकते हैं. सो व्हाट इज इट? इन द ऑप्शन इट इज गिवन संक कॉस्ट, हिस्टोरिकल कॉस्ट, नोशनल कॉस्ट, प्रोसेस कॉस्ट और नन ऑफ द अबव. सो यस, द आंसर इज notional cost, basically because this is not the actual cost, we don't pay it out of our pockets. सो दिस इज नोशनल. ठीक है, एक्चुअल नहीं है, ये नोशनल है. संक कॉस्ट और हिस्टोरिकल कॉस्ट क्या है? बेसिकली दीज आर रिलेटेड टू द पास्ट कॉस्ट. संक कॉस्ट तो पास्ट कॉस्ट है और हिस्टोरिकल कॉस्ट वो है जो एक्चुअली हमने इनकर कर चुके हैं, है ना. सो बेसिकली ये भी एक एक्चुअल कॉस्ट है. सेकेंडली जो प्रोसेस कॉस्ट है, ये तो एक यू कैन से कि एक प्रोसेस हमने किया है प्रोडक्शन का, उसकी पर प्रोसेस का एक कॉस्ट है. सो दिस इज ऑल्सो एक्चुअल. सो इम्प्लिसिट का बेसिकली मतलब होता है जो एक्चुअल नहीं है ना. सो दैट इज नोशनल और इम्प्लिसिट. तो नोशनल इसका करेक्ट आंसर है. क्वेश्चन नंबर 2, विच ऑफ द फॉलोइंग इज नॉट अ पार्ट ऑफ 5S? 5S बेसिकली एक जापानीज सिस्टम है, जापानीज वर्क प्लेस सिस्टम है. सो इसके कौन से चीजें हैं जो 5S में इंक्लूड होती हैं? सियोटन यस, सीरी यस, शिजुके यस, सीजो यस, बट सपोर्ट नो. सपोर्ट नहीं होता है. और कौन सा वर्ड है जो इसमें इंक्लूड होता है इन 5S? सियोटन, सीरी, शिजुके, सीजो और सेत्सुके. सेत्सुके जो भी इसको प्रोनाउंसिएशन आप कर सकते हैं, सेत्सुकेसु. तो बेसिकली दीज आर दी 5S, है ना. सो सपोर्ट इसमें गलत आंसर है, सॉरी गलत ऑप्शन है. सो दैट इज वाई दिस मेक्स दी ऑप्शन करेक्ट, है ना. बिकॉज ये हमसे क्या पूछ रहे हैं? ये हमसे पूछ रहे हैं कि व्हाट इज द इनकरेक्ट और यू कैन से विच इज नॉट द पार्ट ऑफ 5S, विच इज सपोर्ट. ठीक है. क्वेश्चन नंबर 3. क्वेश्चन नंबर 3 क्या है? Which of the following is an example of indirect cost? Indirect cost, that means जो cost है वो हम directly attribute नहीं कर सकते towards our product, है ना. So see the options: store services for canteen, starch powder for dressing yarn, 2 batteries for radio transistor, packaging material like carton, and jute for bag. सो बेसिकली कैन यू सी ऑल दीज ऑप्शंस, ये सारे डायरेक्ट हैं, है ना. स्टार्च पाउडर यूज होता है फॉर ड्रेसिंग यार्न, 2 बैटरीज यूज होती है रेडियो ट्रांजिस्टर के लिए, पैकेजिंग मटेरियल लाइक कार्टन भी यूज होता है फॉर अ प्रोडक्ट. सो वी कैन से इट कैन बी अ डायरेक्ट कॉस्ट. जूट फॉर बैग, सो दिस इज ऑल्सो अ डायरेक्ट कॉस्ट. सो सी, स्टोर सर्विसेज फॉर कैंटीन. सो कैंटीन एक अलग डिपार्टमेंट है, स्टोर सर्विसेज एक अलग डिपार्टमेंट है. एंड स्टोर सर्विसेज जब कैंटीन को कोई भी कॉस्ट दे रही है, सो ऑफ कोर्स कैंटीन कोई प्रोडक्शन में हेल्प नहीं कर रहा, किसी भी प्रोडक्ट को बनाने में हेल्प नहीं कर रहा, ये तो एक सर्विस इंडस्ट्री है. सो बेसिकली यहाँ पे सारी कॉस्ट इनडायरेक्ट होती है. सो ए इज द करेक्ट ऑप्शन, है ना. ये दोनों ही बेसिकली एक सर्विस इंडस्ट्री है और हम कहते हैं कि सर्विस इंडस्ट्री में कोई भी कॉस्ट डायरेक्ट नहीं होती है, बिकॉज वो बेसिकली कोई प्रोडक्ट मैन्युफैक्चर नहीं करती है. सो आंसर ए, ऑप्शन ए इज द करेक्ट आंसर. Next, change for better and continuous improvement is termed as. Again, this is something Japanese. So, change for better and continuously improving it, है ना, कि एक मेथड को कंटिन्यूसली करते रहो, उसको कंटिन्यूसली इंप्रूव करते रहो. इट इज टर्म्ड एज व्हाट? काइजन, गेंची, गेमसुसो, पोकायोक, मुदा और none of these. So yes, the answer is A. Okay, the answer is mentioned here also. It is A. काइजन, काइजन मीन्स कॉन्टिन्यूसली उस चीज को इम्प्रूव करते रहना, है ना. गेंची गेंसु ये भी एक जापानीज सिस्टम है जिसमें ये कहते हैं कि आप जाओ और खुद देख के आओ कि कैसे प्रोसेस हो रहा है, क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम्स उसमें है ना. गो एंड चेक योर सेल्फ बेसिकली. पोका योग एक बेसिकली एक मिस्टेक प्रूफिंग टेक्निक है जिसमें हम पता कर सकते हैं कि क्या फ्लॉ है, कोई एरर है. मुदा मीन्स वेस्ट, है ना. मुदा मीन्स वेस्ट. सो बेसिकली काइजन, काइजन मीन्स टू कॉन्टिन्यूसली improve, right? So the answer is A, kaizen. Then which of the following is not a part of lean system? Again, lean एक जापानीज सिस्टम है तो वो पूछ रहे कौन सा इसका पार्ट नहीं है. Continuous improvement, it is based on push system, identify value streaming, or none of the above. So basically continuous improvement भी इसका पार्ट है. It is based on push system, no, it is based on पुल सिस्टम की जो डिमांड है उसको ही हम फुलफिल करेंगे. आइडेंटिफाई वैल्यू स्ट्रीमिंग एंड ये सब इसके हैं, है ना. दीज आर ऑल द पार्ट ऑफ लीन सिस्टम, बट इट इज बेस्ड ऑन पुश सिस्टम ये गलत है बिकॉज इट इज बेस्ड ऑन पुल सिस्टम टू एस्टैब्लिश द पुल. ठीक है. कॉन्टिन्यूस इंप्रूवमेंट, आइडेंटिफाइंग वैल्यू, मैप द वैल्यू स्ट्रीम एंड क्रिएट फ्लो. दीज आर दी 5 systems you can say which are a part of lean management or lean system. Next, which of the following is not a feature of budgetary control? Not a feature. Let us see the statements. Budgeting is a plan of action based on past performance. Yes, it is based on past performance and governed by rational judgment of factors that will influence the course of business in future. Yes, so it is based on past performance. It is governed by some rational judgment that will influence the course of business in the future. Future के लिए हम इसको बनाते हैं. So that's right. ये तो statement true है ना. Next, for budgeting, the organizational structure must be clearly defined. Yes, and the responsibility should also be assigned to identifiable units within an organization. बिल्कुल true है कि हमें पता होना चाहिए कि कौन रिस्पॉन्सिबल है. ऑर्गेनाइजेशन स्ट्रक्चर बिल्कुल क्लियरली डिफाइंड होना चाहिए. थर्ड, budgeting does not facilitate in management by exception. Very false, incorrect statement. बजटिंग तो फैसिलिटेट करती है मैनेजमेंट बाय एक्सेप्शन. मैनेजमेंट बाय एक्सेप्शन होता क्या है कि हमें जो छोटी छोटी चीजें हैं, जो सिग्निफिकेंट डिविएशंस हैं, उसको हमने नजर में रखना है. जो छोटी छोटी चीजें हैं उसको हमने नजर में नहीं रखना. मैनेजमेंट बाय एक्सेप्शन कहता है कि ओनली द सिग्निफिकेंट डेविएशन शुड बी कंसीडर्ड, वेराज जो बिल्कुल छोटी छोटी माइनर सी चीजें हैं उसको हमने फैसिलिटेट नहीं करना. सो यस, बजटिंग भी यही कहता है कि जो भी सिग्निफिकेंट चीजें हैं उस पर आपको ध्यान देना चाहिए. So yes, answer C, option C is incorrect because budgeting does facilitate in management by exception. यहाँ पे does not लिखा है तो ये false हो गया. Then D, budgeting is quantifiable in monetary or quantity in terms of both. Yes, that's true है ना. ये तो quantity में भी हो सकता है, monetary terms में भी हो सकता है. So C option गलत है. Means C option एक incorrect statement है. So this makes the answer right. Option C correct option है. Next, TPM does not include which of the following components? So TPM के बारे में हम जब बात करते हैं, टोटल प्रोडक्टिव मैनेजमेंट है ना, मेंटेनेंस, टोटल प्रोडक्टिव मेंटेनेंस. सो बेसिकली हम क्या बात करते हैं, प्रिवेंटिव मेंटेनेंस की बात करते हैं. यस, जब हम टोटल प्रोडक्टिव मेंटेनेंस की बात करते हैं तो हम बात करते हैं कि सब जो भी मशीनरी है, कोई टूल्स है, उसको हमने प्रिवेंट करना है ताकि कोई भी प्रोडक्शन में ब्लॉकेज ना आए. तो हम कोशिश करते हैं कि पहले ही प्रिवेंट कर लें, कोई भी चीज हमारी खराब ना हो. ठीक है. सो प्रिवेंटिव मेंटेनेंस यस. ब्रेकडाउन मेंटेनेंस, ब्रेकडाउन मतलब मशीन जब ब्रेकडाउन हो गई, खराब हो गई, उसके बाद उसको मेंटेन करना. सो नो, टीपीएम कहता है कि पहले से ही मेंटेन करके रखना है. ठीक है. तो ब्रेकडाउन मेंटेनेंस तो गलत है, विच ऑल्सो मेक्स इट द करेक्ट आंसर. TPM does not include breakdown maintenance. Predictive maintenance, yes, पहले से ही मेंटेन करना है. Maintenance prevention, that is also true. ठीक है. So breakdown maintenance इसका correct answer है because it is not a part of TPM. Moving ahead, question number 8. Which of the following statement is incorrect regarding Kanban? Okay, Kanban. So Kanban क्या है? Let us see the options. It is a visual representation of work item, task and its status. Yes, विजुअल रिप्रेजेंटेशन है कि कितना काम हो गया और कहाँ पे पहुंच गया, कब खत्म हो गया. सो बेसिकली इट हेल्प्स इन ट्रैकिंग द प्रोग्रेस फ्रॉम मूवमेंट ऑफ टू डू टू बी डन, यस एब्सोल्युटली, ये ट्रैक ही करता है कि कहाँ से काम शुरू हुआ, अभी कितना पहुंच गया, वर्क इन प्रोग्रेस कितना है, एंड व्हेन इट रीचेस द डन. Number of Kanban cards in progress are increased over time. No, these are not increased over time, बल्कि हम इसको कंट्रोल करने की कोशिश करते हैं और कोशिश करते हैं कि डिक्रीज होगा ओवर टाइम, है ना, क्योंकि ये वर्क इन प्रोग्रेस कार्ड्स हैं बेसिकली. तो बेसिकली हम कोशिश करते हैं कि कम काम बचे लास्ट में जाके, है ना, कम कम होता रहे. Then Kanban reduce the need for actual meetings. That's true. Because basically हम track करते रहते हैं at each movement, so we don't need for actual movements. So answer is C. Number of Kanban cards in progress are increased over time. ये गलत है. Okay, which of the following is not correct with respect to DMAIC? Basically, this is an acronym or abbreviation you can say for Six Sigma Quality. ठीक है, सिक्स सिग्मा क्वालिटी इनिशिएटिव है. तो बेसिकली ये एक एब्रीविएशन है जिसमें सारे जो वर्ड्स हैं DMAIC सबका मीनिंग है. D मीन्स टू डिफाइन, तो देखो ये ऑप्शन में है, यस. M मीन्स मेजर, ये भी है ऑप्शन में, यस. A मीन्स एनालाइज, ये भी है ऑप्शन में, राइट. I मीन्स टू इम्प्रूव, ये भी है, राइट. तो C मीन्स टू कंट्रोल, क्या ये ऑप्शन में है? नहीं. So D, that is correct, that is incorrect. Okay, so basically question 9 में जो ऑप्शन D एक गलत ऑप्शन है, तो ये करेक्ट हो गया, है ना, कि मतलब दिस इज द राइट आंसर, दिस इज द राइट आंसर ऑप्शन D. वाई? बिकॉज आंसर होना चाहिए कंट्रोल. ठीक है, C मीन्स कंट्रोल इधर करेक्ट लिखा है, तो ये नहीं है इसका पार्ट. सो दैट मीन्स ये सही आंसर हो गया, करेक्ट. ठीक है, सो विद दिस योर कॉस्टिंग क्वेश्चंस आर ओवर. सो आई होप आप लोगों को इजी लगा हो. बहुत सारे क्वेश्चंस डिफिकल्ट नहीं थे. क्वेश्चन नंबर 8 हम कह सकते हैं थोड़ा सा मॉडरेट लेवल का था, आपको थोड़ा सा कंसेप्ट अंडरस्टैंडिंग चाहिए. बाकी सारे क्वेश्चन मेरे हिसाब से इजी टू मॉडरेट में ही हैं, डिफिकल्ट क्वेश्चंस पूछे नहीं गए हैं in your phase 1. So best of luck guys, and keep learning more and more. Thank you so much.